After 30, the rules change, and nobody tells you. You spent your 20s doing what you were told. Work hard. Play by the rules. Be honest. Be patient. Wait your turn. Good things come to those who wait. You did all of it. You played fair. You followed every rule. And where did it get you? Still struggling, still waiting, still hoping. While people who broke every rule you followed are driving cars you can't afford, living in houses you'll never own, doing business on levels you'll never reach. They're not smarter than you. They're not more talented. They just stopped playing fair. And after 30, you need to understand why. Your 20s were for learning the rules. Your 30s are for learning which rules to break. Because the people who have what you want didn't get it by playing the same game you're playing. They changed the game. They rewrote rules. They exploited systems. They did things you were taught were wrong. And they got rich doing it, not because they're immoral, because they understand something you don't. Fair play is for people who want to feel good about losing. Unfair advantages are for people who want to win 500 years ago. Machiavelli watched the same pattern. Good men playing fair, staying poor. Strategic men bending rules, getting rich. He realized the harsh truth. The world doesn't reward fairness. It rewards effectiveness. Morality doesn't build wealth. Strategy builds wealth. You can be the most ethical person alive and die broke. Or you can understand how power actually works and build the life you want. After 30, you don't have time to waste on fairness that produces nothing. You need results. And results require playing a different game than everyone else is playing. Today, I'm showing you how the powerful really get rich. Not how they say they got rich, how they actually got rich. The moves they made that you were taught not to make. The rules they broke that you're still following. The strategies they use that you think are wrong. This isn't about becoming evil. This is about understanding that after 30, fair play just means you're playing to lose. And you can't afford to lose anymore. If you're over 30 and tired of watching rule breakers win while you play fair and lose, smash that subscribe button right now. This channel doesn't teach you to play fair. We teach you to play to win. Before we start, drop this in the comments. After 30, I play to win, not to be fair. Let's expose the first rule you need to break. Stop waiting for permission. Nobody successful asked permission to succeed. They just did what needed to be done and apologized later if necessary. But usually not even that. Permission is what children ask for. Adults take action and deal with consequences. You're over 30, you're not a child anymore, but you're still asking permission. From bosses, from society, from people who have no stake in your success. Stop asking. Start taking. Your 20s were about following instructions. Get permission before acting. Check with everyone before deciding. Make sure everyone approves. That keeps you safe. It also keeps you poor. Because opportunity doesn't wait for permission. By the time you get approval, opportunity is gone. Someone who didn't ask permission took it. They're benefiting. You're still waiting for someone to tell you it's okay to act. Look at every successful person you admire. Did they ask permission to start their business? Did they wait for approval to take risks? Did they check with everyone before making moves? No. They saw opportunity. They took it. They figured out details afterward. Most successful companies started by someone just doing something without asking if it was okay. They didn't wait for perfect timing. They didn't wait for everyone to agree. They didn't wait for permission. They acted. Permission came afterward in the form of success validating the decision. This applies to everything. Want a promotion? Don't ask for it. Take the responsibilities first. Act like you already have the position. Force them to acknowledge you're already doing the job. Asking permission gives them the option to say no. Taking action makes yes the only logical response. Want to start a business? Don't ask everyone if it's a good idea. Just start. Most will say no anyway. They're protecting you from risk because they're too afraid to take risks themselves. Their permission isn't validation. It's them imposing their limitations on you. Want to approach someone for business or relationships? Don't ask permission through indirect messages or tentative approaches. Just do it directly. I'd like to work with you. Here's why. Done. Rejected or accepted, but no time wasted waiting. Permission asking is time wasting. It's asking people who don't control your destiny to approve your destiny. They have no right to grant or deny that. You decide your path. You take action. You deal with consequences. But you stop asking permission from people who aren't living the life you want. Here's the brutal reality. People rarely give permission for things that make you more successful than them. Parents don't want you taking risks they didn't take. Friends don't want you leaving them behind. Bosses don't want you outshining them. Asking these people for permission guarantees you stay at their level or below. They're not evil. They're human. Humans don't want to be surpassed. So they withhold permission unconsciously. They tell you to wait, to be careful, to think about it more. All code for stay where you are. After 30, you must understand that permission is a trap. It feels responsible. It feels mature. It's actually cowardice disguised as prudence. Bold action is what creates success, not waiting for approval from people who wouldn't approve anyway. You're too old to be asking permission. You're old enough to take action and accept consequences. That's what adults do. That's what successful people do. That's what you need to start doing if you want different results. Machiavelli once said, "It is better to act and repent than not to act and regret." Translation: take action without permission, deal with consequences after. That's better than waiting for permission that never comes and regretting missed opportunities. After 30, stop asking, start doing. Drop this in the comments. I take action, I don't ask permission. Stop playing by rules that only you follow. You think everyone is playing fair. They're not. You're the only one following the rules completely. Everyone else is bending, breaking, or ignoring rules that don't serve them. And they're winning because of it. You're losing because you're playing a fair game alone. In a competition where only you follow the rules, you're not moral, you're stupid. After 30, you need to understand which rules to break. Look at how wealthy people actually got wealthy. Did they follow every tax law perfectly? No. They used every loophole, every deduction, every offshore strategy. All legal, but not what you were told to do. You pay full taxes like a good citizen. They pay minimal taxes like smart strategists. Same laws, different interpretations. They stay wealthy, you stay broke, because you followed the spirit of the law. They followed the letter while violating the spirit. Both legal. One makes you rich, one keeps you poor. Did wealthy people wait in line for opportunities? No. They used connections, paid for access, went around official channels, all technically allowed, but not what you were taught. You wait your turn like you were told. They cut in line using relationships and money. Same opportunity. They get it. You wait, because you followed the rule about waiting your turn. They followed the rule that says, if you can afford to skip the line, you can skip the line. Both following rules. One gets results, one gets nothing. Did successful business people play fair with competitors? No. They undercut prices temporarily to kill competition. They poached best employees. They copied innovations and executed better. All legal, but not what you think fair play means. You compete honorably. They compete to win. You both follow laws. They follow laws while maximizing advantage. You follow laws while handicapping yourself with honor. Both legal. One dominates markets. One struggles to survive. This isn't about becoming a criminal. It's about understanding that the rules you follow religiously are followed selectively by everyone winning. They follow rules when convenient. They find ways around rules when not convenient, all within legal bounds. But they're not handicapping themselves with fairness. You are. After 30, you need to stop being the only person playing completely fair. Because in a game where only you follow all the rules, you're not virtuous. You're the sucker. Here are the rules you can break without breaking laws. Rules about how business should be done. Break them. Do business faster, cheaper, more aggressively than proper business etiquette allows. Rules about humility. Break them. Promote yourself aggressively. Make noise. Be seen. Humble people stay poor. Rules about not using connections. Break them. Use every connection you have. That's what connections are for. Rules about waiting your turn. Break them. Skip lines wherever possible. Rules about playing nice with competition. Break them. Compete ruthlessly within legal bounds. Win by any legal means necessary. Wealthy people understand something you're just learning. Rules are suggestions for average people. Guidelines for those without better options. Frameworks for those who don't know how to navigate without them. But people who understand power don't follow rules that don't serve them. They follow laws because prison is bad for business. But they break social rules, professional rules, etiquette rules constantly. Because those rules exist to keep regular people regular, not to govern powerful people. After 30, you're running out of time to build wealth following rules designed to keep you from building wealth. You need to start doing what wealthy people actually do, not what they say you should do. They say work hard and play fair. They actually worked smart and played to win. They want you playing fair because your fairness is their advantage. While you're being honorable, they're being effective. Honorable and broke or effective and wealthy. Choose. Machiavelli once said, "Since it is difficult to join them together, it is safer to be feared than loved when one of the two must be lacking." Translation: it's safer to win and be called unfair than play fair and lose. Winners get respected even if people call them unfair. Losers get nothing even when they're perfectly fair. After 30, choose winning. If this is making you uncomfortable, hit that like button. Discomfort means truth. Drop this in the comments. I break rules that don't serve me. Stop telling everyone your plans. Wealthy people move in silence. You announce everything. Every plan, every goal, every move. Telling everyone what you're doing before you do it guarantees 3 things. Someone will talk you out of it. Someone will copy it. Someone will sabotage it. Successful people learn this early. You're learning it at 30. Better late than never. Shut up and execute. Your 20s, you probably posted about every goal, every new venture, every opportunity. Seeking validation. Seeking approval. Seeking support. What did you get? Doubt disguised as concern. Criticism disguised as advice. Theft disguised as inspiration. People don't want you to succeed beyond them. They'll tell you it's risky. Too hard. Bad timing. Not because they care about you, because your success threatens their ego. Keeping you informed of your plans gives them the chance to stop you. Stop informing them. Wealthy people announce results, not plans. They show you the completed project, not the blueprint. They reveal success after it's secured, not opportunity while it's developing. This prevents interference, prevents theft, prevents negativity killing momentum before momentum builds. You can't talk someone out of something that's already done. You can't steal something that's already launched. You can't sabotage something that's already succeeding. Look at how major companies operate. They don't announce new products until release day. They develop in secret. They protect intellectual property obsessively. They know that announcing plans early gives competitors time to copy or counter. They move in silence until the move is complete. Then they announce. By then, competitive advantage is secured. You need to operate the same way. Your business, your career moves, your investments, all done quietly until they're secure. Then announced when beneficial. This applies to personal life too. Want to make a major change? Don't tell everyone. Don't seek input from people who aren't where you want to be. Just do it. Announce after. Want to start a new relationship? Keep it private until it's solid. Public relationships face public pressure. Private relationships develop naturally. Want to improve yourself? Do it quietly. Show the results, not the process. People respect transformation more when they didn't see the struggle. They just see you changed. That's more powerful than documenting every step. The brutal truth is most people in your life don't want you to succeed beyond them. Not consciously, subconsciously. Your success challenges their choices, their comfort, their excuses. If you succeed where they didn't try, it proves trying matters. That threatens their narrative about why they didn't try. So they'll discourage you. They'll find problems with your plans. They'll predict failure. Not because they're evil, because your success is uncomfortable for them. Stop giving them the opportunity to discourage you. Stop announcing plans they can kill with doubt. After 30, you need to develop operational security about your plans. Tell nobody. Tell only people who are already more successful than you want to be. They won't feel threatened. They might help. But never tell peers or people below your ambition level. They'll drag you down to their level using concern and advice. Move in silence. Let your success be the announcement. Let results do the talking. Let transformation shock people who thought they knew your limits. Here's the strategy. When people ask what you're up to, be vague. Working on something interesting. Building something. Developing an opportunity. Never details. Never timelines. Never specifics they can attack. Keep it mysterious. Keep them curious. Let them wonder. Then when you succeed, let them see results they never saw coming. That creates more respect than if you told them every step and they doubted every step. Machiavelli once said, "Everyone sees what you appear to be, few experience what you really are." Translation, let people see results. Don't let them see the process. Results impress. Process invites criticism. After 30, stop sharing process. Start revealing results. Move in silence. Speak through success. Drop this in the comments. I move in silence. I speak through success. Stop being loyal to people who aren't loyal to your growth. Your 20s, you probably valued loyalty above everything. Stood by people. Supported people. Stayed loyal even when they didn't reciprocate. That's noble. It's also stupid. After 30, you can't afford loyalty to people who are anchors. People grow or people drag. The ones dragging need to be cut off. Loyalty without reciprocity is suicide. Look at your circle right now. Who is growing? Who is complaining? Who is taking action? Who is making excuses? The people in your life either push you forward or pull you back. There's no neutral. Even people who seem neutral are probably pulling you back by normalizing mediocrity. After 30, you need to ruthlessly audit your relationships. Keep the pushers. Cut the pullers. No matter how long you've known them, no matter how loyal you've been, loyalty to anchors drowns you. Wealthy people understand this. They cut people off without guilt, not because they're cold, because they understand that their future matters more than someone else's feelings. That friend who's been around for 10 years but does nothing but complain? Gone. That family member who always has problems they want you to solve? Distanced. That business partner who isn't pulling their weight? Replaced. Wealthy people are ruthless about who stays in their circle, because they know their circle determines their ceiling. You've probably kept people around because of history, because you've known them forever, because cutting them off feels wrong. After 30, that thinking has to stop. History doesn't matter if there's no future. Length of relationship doesn't matter if the relationship is one-sided. Feeling wrong doesn't matter if the result is right. You're not being mean by cutting off anchors. You're being smart by protecting your future from people who would destroy it by keeping you at their level. This is especially true for business. Your 20s, you might have had business partners because they were friends. After 30, business partnerships need to be about capability, not friendship. Friend who can't perform, not a partner. Family member who doesn't contribute, not an employee. Loyalty in business kills businesses. Competence builds businesses. Choose competence over loyalty. Every time. Your business can't afford charity employment. Fire the loyal incompetents. Hire the competent strangers. Same with mentors and advisors. Your 20s, you probably listen to anyone older. After 30, only listen to people who have what you want. Your broke uncle's financial advice? Irrelevant. Your single friend's relationship advice? Worthless. Your employee friend's business advice? Dangerous. Stop being loyal to advice from people who aren't qualified to give it. Cut off their influence. Find new mentors who are actually where you want to be. Here's the hard truth. The people you're loyal to right now are probably the same people keeping you from success. Not intentionally, but effectively. They normalize struggle. They celebrate small wins. They discourage big moves. They keep you comfortable. Comfortable kills ambition. After 30, you need to be disloyal to comfort. That means being disloyal to comfortable people. Cut them off. Find uncomfortable people who push you, who challenge you, who make you reach higher. Those people are rare. When you find them, be loyal to them. Everyone else is negotiable. Machiavelli once said, "It is better to be feared than loved, if you cannot be both." Translation: it's better to cut people off and be called cold than keep them close and stay stuck. Your reputation with average people doesn't matter. Your results matter. After 30, choose results over relationships that don't serve results. Drop this in the comments. I cut off anchors, I keep rockets. Stop competing fairly. Start dominating ruthlessly. Your 20s, you probably believed in fair competition. May the best person win. Level playing field, compete on merit. After 30, you need to understand that competition isn't about fairness. It's about winning. And winning requires using every advantage. Legal advantages, unfair advantages, advantages that make competition one-sided in your favor. Fair competition is for people who are okay with sometimes losing. Domination is for people who plan to always win. Wealthy people don't compete, they dominate. They use capital to overwhelm competitors. They use connections to get advantages competitors can't get. They use information competitors don't have. They use scale competitors can't match. They don't want fair fights. They want fights they can't lose. That's not cowardice, that's strategy. Why enter a fair fight when you can enter a fight you've already won before it starts? Fair fighters lose half the time. Smart fighters lose never. Choose which one you want to be. Look at how major companies compete. Do they compete fairly? No. They have advantages and they use them ruthlessly. More capital to outspend. Better connections to get better deals. More data to make better decisions. More scale to undercut prices temporarily. They use every advantage to make competition impossible. Not unfair in terms of illegal, unfair in terms of one-sided. They engineer situations where they can't lose. That's smart business. That's what you should be doing at your level. This means if you have an advantage, use it completely. Don't handicap yourself for fairness. You have more capital? Use it to dominate. You have better connections? Use them for better deals. You have more information? Use it to outmaneuver. You have more experience? Use it to move faster. Whatever your advantage is, maximize it. Don't play fair by limiting your advantages. Your competitor isn't limiting theirs. They're maximizing every edge. You're the only one playing fair. Stop. In your career, this means if you have inside information about opportunities, use it. Don't wait for public postings. If you have a relationship with a decision maker, use it. Don't compete with strangers on equal footing. If you have a skill others don't, leverage it for everything it's worth. Don't be humble about advantages. Advantages exist to be exploited. Exploitation isn't evil when it's advantages you earned or built. Use them. In business, this means if you can afford to take temporary losses to kill competitors, do it. Price wars are unfair to smaller competitors. That's the point. If you can hire away their best people, do it. Poaching is unfair to competitors. That's why it works. If you can move faster because you have fewer processes, do it. Speed is an unfair advantage. Use it. Fair competition means you win sometimes. Unfair competition means you win always. Choose always. The psychology shift needed is this. Stop thinking of competition as a sport with rules. Think of it as war with laws. Sports have rules everyone follows for fair play. Wars have laws, but strategy reigns. Within legal bounds, do whatever wins, not whatever seems fair, whatever wins. Fairness is a luxury for people who can afford to lose. After 30, you can't afford to lose. You need to win. And winning requires maximum advantage. Get advantages, use advantages, dominate. That's the path to wealth. Fair competition is the path to sometimes winning. Domination is the path to always winning. Machiavelli once said, "Never attempt to win by force what can be won by deception." Translation? Don't fight fairly when you can win unfairly within legal bounds. Fair fights risk loss. Strategic advantages guarantee wins. After 30, stop fighting fairly. Start engineering dominance. Drop this in the comments. I dominate competition, I don't compete fairly. You now understand how the powerful really get rich. They don't ask permission. They break rules that don't serve them. They move in silence. They cut off anchors ruthlessly. They dominate competition using every advantage. None of this is what you were taught. All of it is what they actually do. The question is whether you'll keep playing the fair game that keeps you poor, or start playing the real game that builds wealth. Machiavelli understood 500 years ago that the world doesn't reward fairness. It rewards power. It doesn't care about honor. It cares about results. You can be the most honorable person alive and die broke, or you can be strategic about which rules to break and which advantages to use and build the wealth you want. After 30, you don't have time for the first option. You need the second option. You need results. And results require playing the game as it's actually played, not as you were told it's played. Here's what changes after 30. You stop asking permission. You take action and apologize only if necessary. You stop following every rule. You follow laws but break social rules that handicap you. You stop announcing plans. You move in silence and announce results. You stop being loyal to everyone. You cut off people who anchor you. You stop competing fairly. You use every advantage to dominate. These aren't suggestions. These are requirements if you want wealth. Optional for people who are fine with mediocrity. Mandatory for people who want more. This isn't about becoming evil, it's about becoming effective. Evil people break laws and hurt others. Strategic people break unnecessary rules and hurt competitors. There's a massive difference. You're not becoming a villain. You're becoming someone who understands that villains win, because heroes handicap themselves with rules villains ignore. Stop being the hero that loses. Start being the strategic player that wins. The world doesn't need more broke good people. It needs more wealthy strategic people who can actually change things with their wealth. Do 3 things right now. Smash that like button if you're done playing fair and ready to play to win. Subscribe for more truth about how the powerful actually operate versus how they say you should operate. Drop in the comments which rule you're breaking first to start playing the real game. Remember, after 30, fair play is for people who are okay with losing. You're not okay with losing anymore. You can't afford to lose anymore. You need to win. And winning requires playing the game the way winners actually play it, not the way losers think it should be played. The powerful got rich by breaking rules you're still following. Stop following those rules. Start getting rich. Drop this final affirmation. After 30, I play the real game. I break pointless rules. I dominate my competition. I build real wealth.